No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you've come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come, love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you, the God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you.
Good morning, Unity Renaissance. Oh, yeah, please stand and join this new song today. You're going to love it. We're going to feel free. Yeah, you got it, Don. Free, 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 free to let it be. I open up my heart and let the music carry me. Free, 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 let my heart that's turning me. I open up my heart and let the Spirit carry me. Free, 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 free to let it be. I open up my heart and let the music carry me. Free, 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 let love have its way with me. I open up my heart and let the Spirit carry me. Free from pain and suffering, free. Mistakes of the past, free. From rage and anger, free. From resentment, free. From unforgiveness, free. Controlling judgment, free. From things that no longer serve me. Free, 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 free to let it be. I open up my heart and let the music carry me. Free, 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 let my heart that's turning me. I open up my heart and let the Spirit carry me. Free, 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 free to let it be. I open up my heart and let the music carry me. Free, 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 let my heart that's turning me. I open up my heart and let the Spirit carry me. All right, guess what time it is? Oh, Lisa's got it. It's time to turn and greet our neighbor that we didn't drive here with. And please greet them with the divinity salute. And please repeat to them the divinity salute on the slide. The divine in me greets the divine in you, and we serve and celebrate together for the glory of God. Free, 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 free to let it be. I open up my heart and let the music carry me. Free, 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 let my heart that's turning me. I open up my heart and let the Spirit carry me. Free, 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 free to let it be. I open up my heart and let the music carry me. Free, 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 let my heart that's turning me. I open up my heart and let the Spirit carry me.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity Renaissance. To those of you who are in the room and those online, we are so happy that you've joined us today. My name is Gail Boynton, and I am, we haven't figured out what this is, assistant host, ministerial host, whatever it is. I'm standing here today. Today is a really special day as far as I'm concerned because I think this is the first time that I've heard Reverend Ann DeMichael deliver the lesson, the message for today. And I see that the Ann DeMichael fan club is also here. Actually, we're all fans. I'm very much looking forward to this, and I'm not going to give you her resume because I actually don't know it, other than the fact that she was ordained a few years ago, and she's a very dear friend, and every single time I talk to her, we laugh, and I'm inspired, and I'm mentored, and it just means the world to me, and I'm so happy that I get to hear you speak today. So unity is positive, practical, progressive Christianity and spirituality. We actually follow the teachings of our way shower Jesus and his example. He taught us to love one another and love God more fully, and he didn't leave us out of the equation. It was love thy neighbor as thyself, right? So don't leave yourself out of that, because the more loving that we are toward ourselves, the more loving we're going to be in the world. And that really ties into a lot of what unity is all about. We also honor all names and paths to God, because if God is present everywhere, it really doesn't matter what you call this underlying principle. It doesn't matter how you get there. And we honor every individual expression of God, because each of us is an expression of God right where we are. How we choose to express is kind of up to us, isn't it? This ties into our vision and mission statement that's completely in harmony with all of that. So I invite you to join me in our vision statement first. Together, a spiritually awakened world living in peace, love, and joy. And we achieve that through our own actions. Together, we transform lives that transform the world. And we start with ourselves in our own transformation. Every Sunday, we have 2 prayer chaplains who are here to pray with you in the chapel afterwards, whether you have something to celebrate or you need support in some area. They are here, and you are always welcome to step into the chapel and request that. And I would like to ask our 2 chaplains to stand and join us for our opening prayer. And I do want to mention that we have other prayer chaplains who may be present in the room, and if you are, would you please also stand and join in holding space for this opening prayer today. So I invite you to take a breath and get comfortable, and either lower your gaze or close your eyes, whatever feels comfortable. And just really take this in. God is the Word. And I am word in form, God in expression. We all come together today as words in form, as individualized expressions of the one. We are ever one with the perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance that is God. And so we begin the service in thanksgiving and bless it all as good. Take a breath. Focus on your heart. Feel your breath flowing through your heart, and feel the gratitude for Unity Renaissance. We bless Reverend Ann as she brings up our series on the 4 agreements. Allow her words to enter your heart space, knowing that she is divinely inspired to reveal something of great value to you. Listen to the words. I release this prayer to the universe, knowing that our words are heard and returned in perfect harmony. And so it is. Mary up for the daily word.
Morning. Today's daily word is from August 31st, 2025. Our word for today is one of my favorites. It's healing. Let's read together the affirmation. I use uplifting words to support my healing. It's funny, it's a story about a teacher today. After 23 years, I totally resonate with this story. A teacher asked students to draw self-portraits surrounded by rays of sunshine and swords radiating from their hearts. The rays represented uplifting words, and the swords symbolized hurtful ones. This exercise powerfully illustrated that words can heal or harm. Today, I commit to using words that affirm my divinity. I receive these sentiments into my heart, acknowledging their truth. I release any words that do not uplift me. I heal myself by using words of kindness and encouragement. I will also be mindful of the way I speak to others. Choosing words that soothe, strengthen, and affirm. I honor the light within and help create a healthy, compassionate world. Our scripture verse is from Proverbs 4:20-22. My child, be attentive to my words. Do not let them out of your sight. Keep them within your heart, for they are life to those who find them, and health to one's whole body. Now, everyone, please stand and join us in the Lord's Psalm.
Holy Creator, we praise your name. Your will in heaven and earth the same. Supply our needs, Lord, from day to day. Let your forgiveness light our way. Lead us away from temptation's hold. Deliver us, Lord, into your fold. For all the kingdom, power, and praise, with you began and with you stays. Amen. Amen. Please be seated. When I hear you speak, I feel mountains move. I hear angels' wings, and I see living proof of the miracle and the mystery. How amazing grace can touch our hearts and set us free. When I hear you speak, I get the message clear. Whenever two or more are gathered, I know God is here. When you share your pain, only love remains. Oh, when you speak your truth, I hear God in you. Oh, when you speak your truth, I hear God in you. So here's to the bitter truth. Here's to the tears we cried. Here's to the wreckage of our past we could no longer hide. Here's to the hands we hold on our darkest nights. To every step that brings us closer to the light. When I hear you speak, then I understand how the broken place inside us can be healed again. And after all the pain, only love remains. Oh, when you speak your truth, I hear God in you. I can't find my way home. Sometimes I feel so lost and far from home. Won't you light a candle in the dark once more? When I hear you speak, it brings me to my knees. I feel Mother Mercy reaching out to comfort me. And after all the shame, only love remains. Oh, when you speak your truth, I hear God in you. Oh, when you speak your truth, I hear God in you. I need you to speak your truth so I can hear God in you.
Boyd, when you sing your truth, I hear God in you. Thank you. Last week, we began a series on a spiritual classic that has really touched millions of lives across all traditions, The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. I hope that you've had an opportunity perhaps to purchase one of the books in the bookstore, kind of keep up with us as we're going along each week. The agreement that we're focusing on today is the first agreement: be impeccable with your word. How did I get this? I wonder. Reverend Renee and I had a conversation around this, I have to share. And at first it was like this: you do it. No, you do it. You do it. No, you do it. No. Here I am, Reverend Renee. I hope you're enjoying your vacation wherever you might be at this moment. Let's pull up the first slide and take a look at what Ruiz says about being impeccable. Being impeccable with your word is the correct use of your energy. It means to use your energy in the direction of truth and love for yourself. My dear friends, that's where it starts, within, always. And it's a very, very, very powerful, and it resonates deeply with our unity teachings, because in unity we know something about thoughts. We know that they are not just descriptive, they are creative. And what we say, we shape, and what we affirm, we manifest. So think about that a little bit as you're thinking of the words that you say on an everyday basis. Every word carries the energy of our consciousness, and it has ripple effects far beyond what we can see. It means that when you speak, even to yourself, in the privacy of your own thoughts, you are creating. It's impeccable, right? Impeccability, and it's important that we watch our words, especially towards ourselves. So I want to bring up the scripture that we read today. And I changed it up a little bit, so hopefully lightning doesn't strike. And Sandy, if you could pull up that slide, I'd appreciate it. Be attentive to your thoughts and words. Do not let them out of your sight. Keep them within your heart, for they are life to you and health to your whole body. Has you think a bit, doesn't it? What words we're using and how it affects us internally, how it can even affect our own state of being. And so I want to share that this is very important, the words we use, and I'll show you what I mean. Have you ever said to yourself or heard someone else say, "I'll never get this right. I'm not good enough." And here's the big one. "I'm so stupid. Oh my goodness, what was I thinking?" Well, quite frankly, you weren't, okay? You know, my dad always used to say this, "I can't win for losing." And I remember as a child even saying to myself, what does that mean? Does that mean that you'll actually never get anything right? That no matter what it is you do, you're not going to have any success? That really stuck with me, and let me tell you, it's been many, many years since I've actually heard it out loud, but it is something, you know, love my dad, have sweet memories of him, but I know that is not something I want to repeat to myself. And then, I must admit, I have said some of these things, without a doubt. You know, that's the joy of being up here. You have to do some deep introspection, so I'm actually doing that. But I remember when I was preparing to run a marathon, and I had just finished a really long run, and I was toast. I was done. I was tired. And I remember saying to myself, "Why are you doing this? You can't, there is no way you can't run a marathon." You know, I felt like I was that imposter syndrome. I'm a runner. No, I didn't feel that way. But the thing I said to myself that really got me was when I said, "Ann, you run so slow, you'll be lucky to finish before the time limit." Because, you know, they do have a time limit on marathons. So, you know, I finished. Took me 8 hours. It was a work day, but I finished within the time frame, so I was glad about that. and so what happened to me in that time was I actually believed it. I believed what I was saying, and I knew I had to change the narrative, and that's exactly what I did. I said to myself, "Hey, Ann, stop it. Change the narrative. Reframe what you're saying." So I thought about Myrtle Fillmore, our co-founder of Unity, and she used to bless her body. You know, when she was experiencing illness or sickness, she would bless her body. So I decided that was what I was going to do. So when I would run, I would say, "Thank you, legs. Wow, you're doing a great job carrying me today. Thank you, feet. You're taking quite a pounding on the pavement today. I appreciate that. Think I'll buy you a new pair of running shoes. Thank you, arms, for moving like you did. And thank you, heart, for pumping blood to all the places that I needed." And it changed everything for me. And so I just move on from that, knowing that that one moment of speaking truth to myself changed everything. It brought me back to center. It allowed me to know the truth about myself. And I know on some level, each of you have done the same. You know, you've probably experienced something in your life where you talked yourself down, and guess what? You went to center and you talked yourself back out of it and upward. I do hold that space for you. And I'm going to ask Sandy if you'd put the slide up. If you make an agreement with yourself to be impeccable with your word, just with that intention, the truth will manifest through you. So let's take a breath on that, as Rev Renee says. It's powerful. Let it settle in for a moment. Because next, what I'm bringing up is what Ruiz says in chapter 1 about gossip. Gossip and integrity. No, oh my goodness. Ruiz warns that gossip, not just the mean-spirited type, but the everyday information that we share, particularly when we don't have correct context, And then what happens is we don't have compassion. So how important that is. Think about that in our circles of conversation. Do we really have the context of whatever it is we're talking about? In unity, we know that there's one power, one presence. I say God the good. And so if we recognize that one presence as within ourselves, we have to turn around and recognize it in each and every person that we're speaking with or speaking about. And Ruiz said, we separate ourselves from the awareness of oneness. Guilty, right? Guilty. How many times have I had to really think about this, how many times have I been in the gossip arena and going in with boxing gloves ready? You know, I've spoken the word and I've separated myself from the harmonizing, unifying power of love. So I just invite you to take a breath there. I want to share a story with you. It happened like many years ago, over 30 years ago. I was driving my car, and I had my dog Clara in the passenger seat with me. And yes, I know, looking back on it, I should have had a safety harness or a little seat belt, but I didn't. So I'm driving, and the car in front of me slammed on its brakes really hard. And so I had to slam on my brakes really hard. When I did, Clara went flying into the dashboard, and she squealed. It was like that, a painful squeal. I'm going to tell you something. My blood boiled. I knew I was getting out of that car. I was going to go up to the car in front of me, and they were going to get a piece of my mind, however little it was. They were going to get it. So I get out of the car. I walk up to the window. I started with a hand gesture. Thank goodness I didn't speak at first. So the hand gesture was, roll down your window. Now, you know how long ago it was, right? Nobody has a roll down window. Roll down your window. So she rolls it down. She's still looking straight ahead. I'm about to speak. She looks up at me because I'm outside, and she says the three most dreaded words I would have ever wanted to hear. Hi, Mr. Michael. I was like, it was like a balloon had been inflated and somebody popped it. And I thought, oh, so through my haze of anger, which, trust me, instantly deflated, I looked and I went, oh, geez, hi, Vicki. You know, it was a student I'd had many years ago. And we had a conversation. We had a meaningful conversation. It came from a place of instant compassion, right? Because I just knew the person. I knew her. And before we departed, she introduced me to her daughter, who was in the passenger seat. By the way, she did have her seatbelt on. And it was just a wonderful reminder to me of how angry I was, and I was ready to spill on this person. And I looked back at it, and I realized, right, it was someone I knew, someone I cared about. She was a great student. Yeah, like I said, I recognized her instantly. In that instant, right, my body shifted. The anger drained out. The words caught in my throat because, to be honest with you, I felt embarrassed. And I also felt relieved that I hadn't actually said anything yet. I didn't walk up to the goodness for that hand gesture. That's all I can tell you on that. So that moment showed me the incredible power of thought and word. So I just want you to reflect just for a moment. You may have a similar situation when you were about to blow some steam and you had to do a little bit of rethinking about that. I just know that in that moment, my thoughts were not impeccable when I walked up to that car. They were preparing to blame, to accuse, and to wound. Yeah, I really knew that because I was like, I'm angry and this is how I'm going to express it. And yet when I realized who was behind the wheel, as I said, the truth came rushing in for me. Our words don't land on faceless strangers. They land on real human beings. Every person we speak to is someone's friend, someone's neighbor, someone's child, someone's beloved. Being impeccable with your word does not mean avoiding disagreement. To the contrary, it's how do we speak when we realize we're in disagreement. It means speaking with integrity and compassion even when we differ. Being impeccable with your word, I want to read this as Ruiz teaches, starts even before the sound leaves our lips. It begins with the thoughts we choose to nurture, because what lives in our mind eventually finds its way to our mouth. And once spoken, we cannot take the words back. I have a dear friend of mine, the way they equate things like this is they say, you cannot unring the bell. No matter how hard you try. Once the words go out, you really can't take them back. Ruiz reminds us that being impeccable with our words means using, remember the slide, using words in the direction of love and truth. And unity teaches us that our words are creative. They shape our experience, they create vibration, and they shape the tone for our lives. And what a blessing that is. I talked about Myrtle Fillmore earlier, one of our co-founders of Unity, and she really understood the importance of blessing. Because what she did was she used the power of her word in letters that she wrote. There was a time when all of the letters were coming into Unity. There wasn't telephone as easily to call and hold prayer over the phone. So she would write letters to folks, which were always just wonderful, filled with the highest and best for everyone. The letters contained wisdom, spiritual insight, and practical advice, blessing all who needed it. So I'd like to take a moment to have us think about expanding this into the community. I want you to do a little imagining with me. Imagine every Sunday that you and I have the opportunity to bless the greeter at the door, to bless the child who wiggles and squirms in the sanctuary, bless the adult who wiggles and squirms in the sanctuary, and bless the person whose opinion is different than yours. Bless the very walls of the sanctuary when you come in. Imagine every hallway conversation, every parking lot conversation, every team meeting, every board meeting, every staff meeting, every coffee hour chat in Meyer Hall being infused with words of blessing. The vibration would be magnetic, would it not? People would come through our doors, share a cup of coffee, attend a class, or sit in the sanctuary and say, I feel loved here. I feel loved here. And here's the beautiful truth, my friends. We are already doing this. You can feel it in the warmth of the greeting at the door, in the kindness of the volunteers, in the kindness of the staff, in the way people show up for each other in times of need. This community already speaks words of love. And, notice I didn't say but, and Spirit is always calling us to rise higher, to be even more intentional, to let our thoughts and words truly be a channel of blessing. Because when we choose words of compassion over words of judgment, words of patience over words of frustration, words of encouragement over words of criticism, we create a field of love so strong that it transforms not only us, but everyone who walks into it. Then imagine carrying it out to your family, to the broader community, because as we transform our own lives, we transform lives that... Thank you, boy. I was hoping you were going to remember that. And it's true. So I'd like to spend a moment to invite you to do something this week. For the next 7 days until we meet again, let's practice some intentional speech. Okay? The practice is both internal, for the words that you say to yourself, and external, the words that you share with others. And say what you need to say. Right? Say what you need to say. And remember these 4 helpful hints. Let's look at the first one. I'm just going to take a moment in between each one. Pause before you speak. Notice the thought behind the word. Ask, is this life-giving? Ask, is this aligned with love? The harmonizing, energizing, magnetizing power of love. And then choose words that bless, even in tense situations. Because, the big because. Every car window has a face behind it. Every ear part attached. And every word has the power to harm or heal. Yes. So let's go to meditation. I am honoring in this meditation Jane Goodall, who was a renowned zoologist, humanitarian, anthropologist. When I would read her readings and listen to some of her talks and messages, I found impeccability in her word. And so I bring that into our meditation time, and I'm inviting you to take a deep breath and gently close your eyes if that feels comfortable to you and for you. And then feel yourself arriving fully into this sacred moment. It's our time for a peaceful pause. Let your shoulders drop. Let your breath deepen. And let your heart open to spirit even more so than it is now. And now the wisdom of Jane Goodall. You cannot get through a single day without having an impact on the world around you. Let's take a breath here. She goes on to say, you are always making a difference through your presence, your choices, your words. And another deep breath here. As we prepare to go into the silence, I'm just going to repeat a statement to you, and if you feel so led, repeat it to yourself. Really let it sink into your heart space. I am always making a difference. I am always making a difference. And finally, I am always making a difference through my presence, through my choices, through my words. And now we rest in the silence together. And as we prepare to return from the silence, each day, each moment, each word is an opportunity to bless. Our light, our love, our words ripple outward, making the kind of difference only Spirit through us can make. And so I invite you to take one more deep, grateful breath. When you are ready, open your eyes, wiggle those fingers and toes, and carry this vibration of love out into the world, your personal world, and the greater community. And so it is, and so we let it be.
Flow, Spirit, flow through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding peace. Show, Spirit, show through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding love.
Oh, thank you, Reverend Ann. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. That was great. We have arrived at that time in the service when we choose to support the operations of the church and all of the services that come with it. And I would like to invite our ushers to come forward. They're going to be passing the basket. There are other ways to give as well. As the basket goes by, wave your phone over if you already give, wave your hand over it to bless the giving. You can also text to 540-418-1228. If it's the first time, use the word give, and you'll be invited to set up a tithely. And other words, if you've already sent it up, you just put the amount in there and you're good to go. And so, thank you. And would you bring the baskets forward, please? And we are going to say our offertory blessing together to bless the gifts that were given today in all of the different ways that it may happen. Together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful.
Take all of your wasted armor, every little past frustration. Take all of your so-called problems, better put them in quotations. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. what you need to say. Say 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 what you need to say. Walking like a one-man army, fighting with the shadows in your head, living out the same old moments, knowing you'll be better off instead if you only say what you need to say. 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 Have no fear of giving in. Have no fear of giving over. You better know that in the end it's better to say too much than never to say what you need to say again. Even if your hands are shaking and your faith is broken, even as the eyes are closing, do it with a heart wide open. Wide. Say what you need to say. 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 Say what you need to say.
Well, this is one of my favorite times in the service. If you are here for the very first time, please raise your hand. You do not have to be worried or afraid. We won't do anything to you on your first visit. Anybody new? Okay. Well, if you are here and you just don't want to raise your hand, that's okay. You can see an usher in the back, and they'll have a card for you that you could fill out and bring to the bookstore. Other than that, thank you so much for joining us.
So today marks the 40th day, if you took the abundance class. It marks the 40th day of the practices that we were all doing as we were in the class. And so, of course, on the last class, we decided to take a picture. May not really be able to see it, but one of them is just your ordinary, regular picture, right? Everybody's smiling. Then we asked everybody to kind of like make a face. So I hope you can see that, but really the bigger piece is the class was so enriching and so wonderful, and those that participated shared from the depths of their heart on how it changed their view and their life around abundance. So I'm going to ask, if you were in the class and you're here today, would you stand for a moment, please? Yeah, we thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I wish we had time to do testimonials. Maybe that'll be sometime in the future. But again, wonderful class. And if you are looking for your own spiritual nourishment and a way to increase your own thoughts around abundance or any of the topics that we have, please come join a class and enjoy yourself and learn a lot about yourself and more.
Well, again, welcome, Unity Grid. Okay. That was exciting. Anyway, not quite the flamboyance I expected. However, good morning, Unity Renaissance art patrons. We again have Susan Werby as our featured artist for September and October. You probably, well, a couple of years ago, she was also here with When Magic Happens in May and June of 23. She's a photographic artist and writer based in Virginia Beach. She transforms photographs into painterly fine art, each accompanied by her prose and poetry. Through limited edition works, she reveals the extraordinary within the ordinary, nourishing her soul by blending image and story. To quote Susan about this show, in the quiet moments between dusk and dream, the mind speaks in riddles. These are the whispers you were never meant to hear until now. She's here with us today. You can please. Please stroll, enjoy the art, speak with Susan about any of your queries. Again, Unity Renaissance Boutique Art Gallery features our 48th artist in our 43rd show, Susan Werby in Whispers of the Imagination.
One of my other favorite times in the service. Let's welcome in the children.
We are walking in the light of God. 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 We are walking, walking, we are walking, walking, we are walking in the light of God. We are walking, walking, we are walking, walking, we are walking in the light of God.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Okay, there we go. Alrighty, so today we did some really cool stuff. We talked about the masks that we wear and why we might wear these masks, and how we can be brave and courageous and face our fears and unmask and show our true selves underneath. So we have a couple kiddos who are going to share. Who's going to be first? All righty.
So today we talked about unmasking, and my example of when I unmasked was I had braids in a while ago, and the first time I did it by myself. The second time I got them done professionally. And everyone at school made fun of me for having braids in, and so I wore a mask most of the time, trying to hide the fact I had braids and stuff at first. But then I realized I didn't have to hide the fact, because I got them done because I liked them, and I realized I didn't have to care that people didn't like them.
Okay, so for my example, in 4th grade, I didn't really feel much like myself, because I felt like to fit in and to get more friends, I'd have to be more like other people and to dress like other people and talk like other people. And ever since then, I haven't really been very much of myself, and I've been wearing this mask for a really long time, until eventually in 5th grade, I decided to just show my true self and feel myself.
And you got friends because of it. And does anyone have their jars? They can hold them up and show. We also made Halloween sensory glitter jars, and we had a whole lesson about the glitter representing our feelings and how our feelings get all stirred up inside of us. And I think Willa was going to say a little bit more about that.
So, like my mom was saying, it's.
Just speak from your heart, whatever you want to say.
The jars represent our feelings mixed inside of us.
And what allows the feelings to settle? How does the glitter settle?
If we breathe, and then the glitter stuff will settle.
All right, who's with me? Are we ready to unmask? All right.
Okay, let's join them and stand for the prayer of protection and the peace song.
All right, we all know the prayer of protection. Let's recite this together. Everyone, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Let